Shelley Winter Show. Informative, unique, fearless. It's the new tagline. Thank you to our listener, Shannon. We appreciate you. So let me tell you the story. So this past weekend, Abigail Spanberger is the Democrat running in Virginia for governor. Virginia is not a red state. It's more blue than purple. Even though Youngkin won, it was a very tight election, and it's on a, it's on a string. It's not like it's the way of things, right? He ran a very good race. He had a bunch of money, and Winsome Earle Sears won the lieutenant governor seat. You don't get placed in that seat. You have to run too. You have to win your votes as well. So she was lieutenant governor, and then now we're at a time when the re-election is, she's running as the governor. And so she's the Republican choice for governor. And Spanberger is a former CIA agent. Did I say that? Former CIA agent. Is a Democrat. She refused to say anything about Jay Jones as the attorney general, who basically threatened people's children and grandchildren. Crazy. She didn't say anything about that. She voted for and continues to support men in women's sports. A wildly radical abortion position that she has. She's a Democrat. She doesn't speak. This is Virginia. She doesn't speak to African-American issues of any kind of very substantive way, because that vote is pretty much locked in, as I'll explain to you in a couple minutes. So the NAACP basically endorses Spanberger, just like they endorsed Kamala, just like they endorsed Barack, just constant Democrats, just always Democrats. And you would think that the Democrats were the better option for the people that the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, but they took that out because they had their name colored in, and they just go by the NAACP, which I had no problems with colored people at all, but they're just the NAACP. But the people that they advocate for are African Americans by their charter and everything. So you would think, if it were me, right, if I were the NAACP, I would largely not be in politics. I wouldn't endorse anybody. I wouldn't be friendly with anybody. I wouldn't invite anybody to speak at my dinners. I would stay out of it and wait to see who wins, and then lobby for the things that I want. That way I'm always in a position to negotiate. That's what I would do. What they do is their issue. All the members are Democrats, all the leaders are Democrats, and all they do is Democrat stuff. Now let me tell you, Winsome Earle Sears is an immigrant from Jamaica, West Indies. Keep your prayers out there for Jamaica. She served in the Marine Corps. She's a lieutenant governor. She's a mom. She's a mother. But more importantly than all of that, you know what else she is? A hard Christian. If in other words, let me say it this way. Winsome Earle Sears is every single auntie, grandma, nanny in them, mama in them, that you have in any black community across the country. She's Christian. She goes to church. She's married to her husband for a long time, and she either immigrated, if she's from New York or places like that, she immigrated from someplace else, be it Jamaica, Haiti, England, wherever. And if it's from the South, she maybe came down from Chicago back in the day, or she's always been here and never left. That's Winsome. She's every single one of your aunts. She goes to church. She has old school values is what I'm trying to say. This Winsome Earle Sears is the type of aunt that would say to you, young girls, as you're 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, and you headed out to, say, Morehouse Spelman homecoming, and your skirt is way up above the middle of your thighs, and your cleavage is hanging all the way down to your stomach. She's the auntie that would say, where you going dressed like that? Now you can get mad. You can say, oh, auntie, you so old school, and laugh, but you know auntie's right. She's the auntie that would tell the boy in the family Why are you hanging with those kids on the corner? You know they're up to no good. That's her. She's the auntie, the grandma, the aunt, the mother that would say, come on, it's Sunday, let's go to church. She's the grandmother, the auntie, the mother that says, high school graduation is a foregone conclusion. It's college and after that we're worried about. She's her. And for the NAACP to pick the white, ultra-liberal white woman, by the way, I believe she's Jewish, that doesn't matter. For them to pick her over this woman who's solidly on the side, culturally and every other way, that the community that the NAACP serves tells you, without a shadow of a doubt, that this organization is bought and paid for by the Democratic elite. End of story, period, full stop. Because there's not enough membership to pay all of these chairs and all of these presidents and the leader across the country six-figure salaries. Not enough members, not enough in membership dues, if you will, to pay out that kind of money. So the money's got to come from somewhere. Oh, it comes from corporations. Oh, the corporations who gives to the corporations that give to the Democrat Party as well. Winsome Earle Sears should be getting at least 45% of the black female vote in Virginia on the simple fact that she supports in policy the same things that they do. She wants to reduce the cost of living. She wants children to have, parents to have the choice on where they want to send their children. Don't you all want that? She's tough on crime. What, is that a bad thing now, to be tough on crime? She don't want your son to get murdered in the street. Fancy that being a bad idea. She wants to give every child a quality education by affording the parents the opportunity to choose where they send their children. She wants to protect the right to work. How many small businesses that you just want to, you don't want to be able to let someone go because they're not doing a job? You want to have to pay union dues? She wants to protect women. Abigail Spanberger doesn't want to protect women. Not at all. This is Winsome Earle Sears. And I know this race doesn't mean anything to you in Georgia, but it means everything to you in Georgia, my friends. It means everything to you in Georgia. It really does. We're coming up on some big races in 2026, statewide races in 2026. We've got to be able to speak to the issues of this demographic group. And the things that Winsome Earle Sears believes in are the things that mama and them, auntie and them, and grandma all talked about throughout every single childhood of every single African American from 18 to 80. The same values. Get an education, keep your nose clean, and find a woman or man, love, and then get married and have a great life together. All this newfangled stuff, love, what love got to do with it, you got money, all that's all newfangled stuff. And it failed, and it's failing miserably because your organizations, your people, and your mentality is all with the Spanbergers of the world. It's about time black women especially get with the Winsome Earle Sears of the world. Go back to mom and them, go back to grandmom and them, and go back to auntie and them. Because they knew what they were talking about. And it shows up everywhere you go. For the people that live like grandma and them, they're doing well. For the people that try to do the new stuff, they're all struggling. It's a Shelley Winter Show. Informative, unique, and fearless.